Interview with Mr. Ivory Moore at his home in Commerce, Texas. The interviewers are Shannon Carter and Jim Conrad of Texas A&M University Commerce. This is going to be part of the national conversation on writing and our LSTA grant to preserve local African American history.
And that's how long was that been ago? Oh, so that's been 30 years ago now, I guess. Because I taught schools. I worked as vice principal there. Vice principal. From that to I'd say at East Texas State, they put me doing several things. I had at East Texas State, I had a chance to work with the writing program and setting up program, and that's what I got a chance to run into people in the different communities, because I work with people in different communities. And one in the North community, one place that I ran into people. And I heard you speak about Oprah Purnell, and she's one of the first ladies out of the North community that ran into. She, along with some older ladies there, and so this guy, Billy Reed, invited me down. He had heard about me, invited me to come down to that community and speak. And I went down and to make a talk there, and they liked me, liked what I heard, liked what they heard me say. And from that, we started they tell me some of the things they wanted to do. So I got to see about writing grants there. And I knew a man that I went to school with at Langston University when I was in undergrad. And he was working in Dallas. And I got a chance to talk with Mason, his name was Walter Mason. So sure enough, Walter Mason was telling me about the program. I told him what I want to try to do. And he said, well, I got just a program that you need to apply for. And he told me that, and sure enough, got to talking about it, and I hired some people who was working here at Texas A&M and at East Texas State rather at that time. 3 people I hired to write a grant, work with me on writing a grant there. So first thing I had to do, the president told me, say, when you get a chance there, we had an opening, this thing, come on, get your wife down here, so I want to get your wife down, because you'll be here long as I'm here. And say, and sure enough, I brought my wife down. I came in 1972, and of course Lenny, I brought Lenny down in 73, and she's been here since we both retired here at Texas A&M. And so, back to this grant writing, this thing worked out real good, because I got these graduate assistants writing grant, working with me, and sure enough, they worked out real good. I told them, I said, if y'all do a good job, once I'm going to hire some of the people that are working for me, I'm going to hire people. And if you're doing a good job, it might be the first one that have a chance for the job. So sure enough, I was able to hire 3 other people. Olivia from Tyler, Texas. Paula Ballou from, she was from, you'll probably know Paula if you've been around here, Paula Ballou. And they Lil worked in computer science, and Paula was, she was a secretary, and I hired her as to work with the grant there. And once that got going, another lady, the Dr. Charles, she's teaching up there now in Ohio University. Dr. Charles, I had her, and I had those 3 people I had. And they stayed here and they made this grant go there. And the first grant I wrote there, I believe, was $50,000. The at the Norris community and working with Billy Reed. So they had, if you know about anything about the Norris community at that time, you go to church down there, you had to have 2 pair of shoes, because that first pair of shoes, you're going to muddy them up trying to get to church. And once you get to church, then you can put on your clean shoes and go in. And sure enough, the thing that's so interesting, I guess I messed up with many pair of shoes there, but that hurried me in trying to see about getting the grant, writing the grant. And of course, in getting Billy Reed to some of the things they wanted to do, we wrote this grant. The first one, say $50,000. The next one, we used that money to do something about paving some of those streets down there. They didn't believe we could do it. And sure enough, the second grant was $100,000. The next was $150,000. We was writing them every year. And after that, we finally got to the place that we went $400,000. And of course, in that way, I brought the use the program, because we organized the program. We called it Mark III. We called it Mark III. It's got that name, Mark III, there from a plane that could outrun the speed, the sound of speed. And of course, and I called it Mark III. And once we set up that was something interesting. It really was a special service program, but we called it Mark III because it outran the sound of speed. And once they got this program, we started the students out, and they would have to, it was a catch-up program really. And the teachers that I had hired, they would really work with these students. 3 years I brought in another program called Upward Bound program. And the Upward Bound program there, I got $400,000 for getting that program. And then we had 2 programs. Special services was $400,000 and Upward Bound $400,000. But we took the Upward Bound program and had them to work in the community, neighboring communities. I believe the community set it up was in Greenville. They had one in Conrad. As far away as Bonham, Texas, Bonham, and we set